Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Every Man Has a Story.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Every Woman Has a Story.
Some of you who've watched Jen's channel and my channel have said, well, you know, you should have Jen back on your channel. I know it's you only interview men, but you should have her back. And that video we did, it was about, we've been together 4 months, right? And we've been together a year and 2 months now? Or a year and 2 months now. And so we thought, okay, we'll go ahead, and the viewers are asking for it, subscribers are asking for it, so we decided to do another video together for you. I've had a lot of guys reach out to me and say, wow, Mark, you're so lucky you found Jen, you know, you got the perfect girl, and how did you find her, and, you know, where did you look for her, and all these different things. And I've talked about it in another video. We talked about our first date. You can watch that video. It's on. We'll put a link to it in here. But we talked about it in another video. But this time I thought I would just kind of get Jen's perspective on what she knows. A lot of Filipino girls, an awful lot of them, and she knows what they're looking for in relationships, what a Filipino wants. And so I thought I'd ask her some questions, and she can ask me some questions too. And then please comment. We always respond to the comments as well. So Jen, thanks a lot for doing this. So in your opinion, your typical Filipino, like the other day there was a party over here and there must have been 8 Filipinas over here. Would you think that, say a girl meets, you know, a guy, he's everything that she wants, and he, say, is from Norway or Germany, and he wants her to, you know, leave the Philippines and move to Norway or Germany and be there for the rest of their lives together, raise a family there together, and probably never see her family back in the Philippines again, or maybe every several years be able to come back and see them. How do you think most Filipinas, your friends, would react to that? What would they think about? What would they say to their boyfriend or fiance who asked them that?
I think that most of them, they don't want to leave the country because their family is here, and they are contented, and they have no plan to leave outside the country.
Yeah, I think that's true too. Like, there's a big misconception, especially in America, that foreign girls, not just Filipino girls, but girls from Vietnam, Thailand, Romania, you name the country, that they want to leave their country. Their dream is to come live in America. And I can tell you for a fact that the girls I've met here in the Philippines, I've been here for a year and a half, that is not the case. They want to stay here. And the funny thing is, it's the men from other countries, and I can think of a dozen countries of guys I've met, you know, Norway, Finland, Sweden, Germany, Saudi Arabia, America, Japan, South Korea, South Africa, Canada, so many different guys, Australia. And they want to live here, even though the infrastructure is nothing like they'd find in their country, even though some things are more expensive, some things are less, even though that there are challenges to living here, they still would rather live here. And so these relationships happen many different ways. They happen nowadays mostly through online, I guess. And it ends up that the girl doesn't go to America, but the guy comes here and stays. And so, Jen, you know all these other girls. You know a lot of girls that are single. What are they looking for in a guy? You know, you have girl talk and stuff. They ever tell you, like, you know, what they hope to find? Do they want what you have? They want something else? Or what are most of these girls looking for? If you would say 3 things, what 3 things would you say that they're looking for in a man?
Respect. A respectful guy, loyal, and also trustworthy.
Trustworthy. And so nowhere in what she said was money. These girls, you know, you hear this a lot, oh, they just want a rich guy. And I think that's totally not true. Obviously they want a guy that's got stable. I mean, that's true if you went to America or Canada, Australia, Germany, and you talked to a single woman there and said, well, would you marry a guy that's dead broke and had no money and didn't have a job and was going to get a job? Of course not. And so, yeah, they're looking for guys that are stable. But talk about the age difference, Jen, because the big thing here in the Philippines, which I've been around the world and I haven't really seen this anywhere else, but there's a lot of Filipinos that are involved in relationships with older men, much older men. And it seems to be totally accepted here in the Philippines. And tell me how you think about that. I mean, I'm the first guy you've ever been out with, and how do women think about that? I mean, what's your thoughts on like big age differences, and how does it matter to you, or how does it matter to other Filipinos that you know?
For my opinion, for me is age doesn't matter as long as you have a good conversation or good communication with your partner, and you're happy, contented.
Yeah.
You're not expecting like you're not going to expect a lot from him.
Yeah. And it's like with us, we live every day, you know, every day as if it's our last day, and you know, live in the moment's kind of what we do. But maybe I act like a 35-year-old, I don't really know, but I mean, we do everything together. We go everywhere together. We're together 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, pretty much. And it's been going great, right? I mean, you know, we have things in common. The language barrier is not a problem. We talk about science, we talk about politics, we talk about religion, and you know,
Talk about family.
Talk about family a lot. We spend a lot of time with her family, which is important to Jen.
Yeah.
And we were there today for like, what, 4 hours. And I don't know, it's just, you would think that if someone told you, okay, you're going to have a couple and one person is, say, 30, 40 years older than the other, that relationship is doomed.
Oh, wait. I want you to cut on that.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, for me, if I have a partner, like let's say I have a partner, 65 years old, a foreigner, but in Filipino, I guess I won't have a 65 years old Filipino because like I don't like the looks of it, and but to other nationality, it's fine. I can't find any problems with it.
This is your country, by the way. Do you see, I don't really know that many Filipino families, you know, besides, you know, ones that are connected to you and a few friends, but is it common for older Filipino men to have younger Filipino wives? Do you see that here?
Not really, but I've seen that on your vlog, on our first video together on your channel.
Yeah.
There's one person that commented that, if I'm not mistaken, his brother is older than, much younger. What's that? His brother is older, and the partner of his brother is, let's say, 20 years younger.
Okay.
Yeah. But I have not seen that a lot here. I haven't seen lots of that here.
I think one of the reasons that happens with foreign men is that there's not a lot of younger foreign men here. And the reason is, to retire, you've got to be older, usually, you know, to be able to do this. Now, there are exceptions, like, you know, I've got my friend Justin, who's in his early 30s, and he's got a wife who's about the same age as him. And I can think of somebody else I know, too, who's younger and has, you know, a relationship when they're about the same age. So I think the only reason you see older guys, older foreigners with much younger women in the Philippines,
because they are more experienced.
Yeah.
And also, they are contented on one person only. They're not looking for anybody else. They're focused on her woman.
His woman.
On his woman.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like these guys, like obviously once you have someone like Jen, you're not going to be looking to cheat.
Because I was thinking that, well, I'm still young. I can find much better from her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I am young. No, I'm not talking to me. I'm talking for a guy.
Yeah.
Let's say that I am still young. I can find someone better than her.
Yeah, men tend to, especially younger men, in this country and some other country, I think America, it's true of America too, they're always looking to trade up. So they have the perfect girlfriend. There's nothing wrong with her. She's wonderful. They have a great relationship. But, you know, maybe they start thinking in their mind, they get contented and say, well, you know, maybe I could do a little better. And as they start looking around, next thing you know, they cheat on them. Next thing you know, that relationship's over. And sometimes they go their whole life, 10, 20 years farther in the future, and they realize that that one person that they traded up from is where they should have stopped where they were ahead. They should have quit where they were ahead.
Mm-hmm.
They had the perfect girl. And a lot of the men here now, like myself, they've learned their lesson. They realize a good thing when they've got it. And that's kind of the way it is with us. I mean, we're just perfectly content. And we've talked about, for example, people ask, well, what about a child? What if you have a child? Most Filipinos want a child, and Jen wants that. And we decided that if it happens, it happens, and we'll just take it from there. I've got a friend of mine, I interviewed on this channel not long ago. He's 74, like almost 10 years older than me, and he's got a 4-year-old daughter. And he's very happy. He's got things set up so that when he's gone, that she'll be taken care of, the mothers will be taken care of. And, we talk about that. Jen doesn't like to discuss that, the time when I won't be around. But, every relationship, nothing's permanent. Like, how many people do you know that were married to the love of their life and they got divorced? 10 years later, 15 years later, whenever, they got divorced. My mother and father got divorced. They were together for over 30 years, they got divorced. So nothing lasts forever, and I know another guy that I met just recently. He's 76. He married an 18-year-old when he was 39, Filipino. They were together for like 20 years. They got divorced. They had 2 children, and she died of cancer. And so he's still around with the 2 children in the house that they built together. And so you would assume that, everybody would be asking her, what are you going to do when he's gone? It worked out the other way around. So, there's no guarantees in life. And so, especially with the condition the world's in today with the pandemic and the economies, and, we got 200 Chinese ships anchored here in the Philippines. Like, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? So Jen and I, we try and plan for the future, but we kind of take every day at a time. We wake up assuming it's going to be a great day, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it usually is. I mean, we don't have very many bad days, do we?
No.
Hardly any,
Yeah.
It's just everything's a good day, And we hope to travel, and I'd like to show Jen Europe someday if I can ever afford it, and I'd definitely like to take her to America someday. But for those of you out there that judge people who are in age-different relationships, spring, fall, whatever.
Or there's a couple of people saying this, that we're engaged in just for a month. They're saying a lot of negative about me, and
yeah,
then
we got
judging
scammed
me.
by that. Yeah.
And then I'm just scamming you, but
Yeah.
look where we are now.
Yeah.
So you cannot judge people by just what you see.
Yeah, people told us,
Yeah.
oh, it's never
Yeah.
going to work, never going to work. And that
Yeah.
was, a year ago.
You don't know what's their stories.
That's right. You don't know what their relationship's like.
And even though you have no right to judge people.
Especially in this world, it's fine. There's discrimination against couples like us. Whereas if you saw like a gay or lesbian couple, you go, oh, that's fine, That's okay. We accept it. And I accept it. Or maybe you see like, a really heavy woman that weighs like 400 pounds and a really skinny guy. There's a lot of relationships like that. And they say, that's okay, we understand that. But you see a couple like us with a big age difference, and they all of a sudden, oh, wow, that's terrible, she's younger than your daughter, blah, blah, blah. And,
He doesn't look old. He doesn't, he looks like a 40s. He doesn't look 65.
Yeah. I don't look 65, I look like 64 3/4. But, I don't know, like we make it work, and I've told her before, there's going to be a day when I'm not going to be here, and I hope that she goes on and has a wonderful life and meets somebody else, has another wonderful relationship, and continues on, and we'll meet on the other side someday, maybe. But, that's basically it. I mean, any advice you can give, Jen, to men out there, like, for example, your sister's talking to somebody now online.
Advice from me.
Yeah, advice from you on how to treat a Filipino, how to find someone like you, how to win the love of somebody like you. Like just anything you can think of, your advice.
Okay, for me is that if you want a Filipina, you have to meet her in person, and let's say that you are already what is this talking in app or dating site. Um, the important is you know who she is in real, her attitude, not behind of that camera, not behind of that side, because we don't know if she is telling the truth or just begging you. And
Yeah, but my question is, what advice do you have to give them to win the right girl? They find the perfect girl.
Advice?
She's not a scammer. She's a really nice girl. What can they do? What can they say? How can they treat her that they can win her heart?
Okay, respect her, and then let's say that you just met, getting to know, but don't get to the point that you want to get her like as soon as possible. Not like that, because especially that when you met a very conservative Filipina, and you have to, let's say, wait, expect that you have to wait more than a month, more than 1 month before
Yeah, But also with Filipinas, they're very sensitive.
very sensitive.
And they take everything literally. Like I've joked with her, about something, and she thought I was mad at her or thought I raised my voice, and I was just kidding. And so it's the one thing, especially for the Americans out there, you don't ever want to get angry with a Filipino. You don't ever want to show your temper to a Filipino, because that will destroy your relationship. And you may get away with it the first time. Maybe she won't talk to you for a couple of days, but you do that 2 or 3 times, and she's going to find somebody else. And wouldn't you say that's true?
Yeah.
Especially when you're first dating?
Yeah. Why would I stay with a man like this who kept on shouting on me? I can find someone better than him.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just going to find someone else. And they don't like someone who lies to them. If you're going to, you have to keep your promises. If you say you're going to do something, follow through.
Not just for foreigners.
Yeah, with anybody, yeah.
Also for a Filipina, because lots of Filipinas here are just taking, an advantage of a foreigner, especially if they haven't met them yet. And especially when that person is always sending her money. And you have to be careful, you have to be wise who you choose.
Right.
A woman,
Yeah, it's risky online if you're going to meet someone and start. I've told them, don't be sending money to people, but people do it anyway, and sometimes it works out. Like we have some new neighbors here that moved in, and they met online. She was working as a foreign worker in Malaysia as a housemaid. He met her on one of the dating sites. They talked for almost a year, online, and he decided he wanted to marry her, and so he paid to fly her to America and her little girl. She had a daughter that was like 3. To America. They got married, and they lived in America for 5 years, and now they've come back to the Philippines, and they're very happy.
Also, I want to add this, that I heard this a lot, that some of the Filipinos, when they kept on sharing about their, I need money, my family is an emergency, something like that. But before you send her money, did you know her family? Did you know that, let's say, picture it, give me some evidence if it's true, because I cannot just give you an amount, but by you just saying this, but I need proof too.
Well, I met someone when I first came here, and she told me, she started crying and said, my father wrecked his motorcycle and he's paralyzed and he's living on somebody else's property and they're going to throw him out and I just don't know what to do. And she's crying, I just don't know what to do. And I said, well, I'm really sorry to hear that, but I don't even know you. Maybe if we were in a relationship, I would help you out, And all of a sudden, she just like that, tears stopped, and she tried another tack about trying to get me to invest in a business. So you got to be careful out there. But I would say, having been here a year and a half and meeting a lot of people, there are more girls here, more women here, like Jen, than there are the scammers, the ones that are trying to take advantage of people. There's a lot of really nice girls here, a lot of nice people here. And I've had nobody, especially as far as like men try and take advantage of me or try and scam me or lie to me. And everybody's just been very nice to me since I've been here. And I'm Jen's family. They treat me like I'm part of their family. We go over there all the time, and it's just if that's what you're looking for, you know, this is the place you can find it. But you know, I did a whole video on how not to fail in the Philippines, and you just have to be yourself. You know, don't be flashy, and take your time and be a gentleman. I think that's the most important thing. If you want to win over any woman, just be a gentleman. Be a nice guy. You know, be, you know, gallant. You know, and don't be, you know, the flashy, loud type of guy that, you know, some American girls like that type of guy, but over here that'll get you nowhere. The bad, you know, the bad guy that the tough guy that is popular in America sometimes, you know, that's you know, kind of the rebel. That won't get you anywhere here.
I want to add
yeah.
Something that I don't believe that the differences between the province girl and the city girl, because it's the same. And let's say that you met the province girl, but there's a lot of province girl too that is scammers, or let's say liars. There is also a city girl that has that attitude, a scammers or liars. But I met a city girl. I met she is my college friend. She is a nice person. She is hardworking. She is working. No, she is studying while working.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you cannot judge by where she lived, because you haven't met that person.
I think that's a really good point, because I've seen on other websites or other channels where they said, "Oh yeah, go find yourself a province girl."
Province girl, but you
unspoiled.
know that there's a lot of scammers.
Yeah.
They're wise.
Yeah, that's not true. You're discriminating against other girls. A lot of girls live in the city for the only reason they need a job, and that's where the work is. And they're really nice people, really nice girls. So there's nice girls everywhere. There's nice girls at the mall. There's nice girls in the provinces, and there's nice girls everywhere. You know. And I was fortunate enough when I met Jen. She lived 10 minutes from where we met online, but she lived 10 minutes from where I lived. You know, here in Valencia.
That's why I chose him, because he lives near. Now, most of the guys that I've been talking in the dating site are just talking, but they're not planning to meet you, and just wanted to have fun,
right?
Like chatting, but is not interested to meet you really.
Yeah, we literally chatted for like 2 days. I said, "Look, let's meet for coffee," and we talk about that again in another video too. We won't go over it, but you know, we just met in person. And it wasn't, you know, it wasn't love at first sight for us. You know, we both you know, liked each other, but we we took our time. You know, we took our time to get to know each other.
I thought that he doesn't want to meet me again because too shy, and I'm not saying anything. No, I did say something, but not that I'm not a chatty person. Especially that I am a quiet person. I'm a very shy type woman too. So I was thinking that maybe he doesn't want to, you know, meet me again. Or hang out, but
you've changed a lot though in a year. You're not shy anymore.
Well, thanks to you. I learned a lot from you.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. You got anything else you'd like to? Any last words or any other advice or?
Okay. What about? Oh.
You've had guys on your channel ask you questions, haven't you? Anything you like to? Any information or any questions you like to answer from
like
people
what?
that are? I don't know. Anybody ask you questions you like to answer? Or?
No.
No? I mean, okay.
I think I didn't have any question. I mean, I haven't. Like I guess that I already mentioned it. Like their questions is where I met you. We met in Filipino Cupid, and what type of the person that I like. So also this is our. What is this? Another story of our love story. Another story of our story. We all are, yeah. I don't bother to celebrate the anniversary anymore.
Why not?
As long as we're happy and we've been together, I'm fine with that. Yeah. So.
Well, for us, it's like since we did the very first video, us two together. Our relationship's gotten better, you know, way better. You know, it was great before, but it just keeps getting better. And so, if it can happen for us, it can happen to you guys too.
Also, I was with you, no, when we do that first vlog on your channel, like I only say one word.
Yeah.
I didn't say much, and
That's
now
true.
a little bit.
Yeah. Well, guys, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Jen's channel is
Every woman has a story.
and mine is Every Man Has a Story. And this video is going to be on both channels. And so thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sharing. If you've got questions for Jen, you can ask them on her channel. If you got questions for me, you can put them on my channel. And same with comments. I have my email too. I put it on my videos too, so you can email me too. So good luck to everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.
Bye bye.